The complexities of parenting an adult child begins with the parents and not the child. The parents need to recognize the changes in the child. The child has grown. They need to recognize that he is an individual and that he has specific ideas and needs and wants that may not be theirs. That's the first thing that recognition needs to happen. The second thing is that the child has begun to explore his or herself, and the parents must recognize that as a human being, I want to explore life. I want to see life. And I have listened to you as a parent. I have come to uh, know and appreciate you as a father, and have taken on the principles you have given to me. But it's now time for me to go and live that life and to live it well. Another complexity is the feeling of, but he will make a mistake. The only way to test the quality of what you have given a child is when you allow the child to go and do what he's supposed to do without you. You are not always going to be there. So that's an important thing. The children will go their own way and make their own mistakes. The other thing is that another complexity is that the parents need to also realize the emotional needs of a child as an adult. They are not going to always, you can't meet all their emotional needs, and they're not going to always need you. You may be the wrong one, you may be the trigger of their discomfort. You need to recognize and appreciate that. And once you do that, you come to recognition. For you to develop a better relationship, have a conversation. I'm an adult. I'm 20. What age does adults will start? 21? 18? Oh, maybe 18 is too immature. You feel like he can't think on his own and all that. Okay, but I'm 21. And I desire I want to be on my own. I want to do this. Let me say something. Maybe your accommodation and your financial support are the only two strings left holding you together. Test it. If you have not developed a relationship, that's what you would have. Or maybe the dynamics of the family, the pressure on one of the spouse is the reason the child is still around, has chosen to be around. Otherwise, notice something that happens. Some children will go to university. During the holidays, they don't come home. They will tell you they have a project, they have a school excursion, they have this, they have that. They should have come home, but they chose not to because they can't deal with the drama. So, like I was saying, the first thing is for you to have a conversation. Hey, child, what's going on? What are your thoughts? What are your feelings? You need to recognize that I'm a human being, so I have feelings, I have thoughts, I have wants, I have needs, I have desires. That you're my parent doesn't mean I have to think and act like you. The second thing is to then understand what is driving this push for independence. Apart from the age, I also want to be somebody. I want to feel like somebody. So understand that. And they want to explore and meet friends, experience life differently. Let them go. You can't, the worst thing you can do is to lock up a child forever. He will still go one day. And when he goes, from that time, he will first go back to what all he has missed. And that time you are wondering, how can such a mature child be acting like a baby? You took his childhood from him or her. Now he wants to go and take it back. So he's doing all the funny things in life. The next thing is to begin to model financial independence and planning, self-planning. It's important to allow people to begin their own financial structure. It's time to begin to withdraw certain benefits from them and let them, begin to experience their own savings, their own expenditure, their own budget. Every time they think, oh, mommy or daddy will buy this for me, you don't allow them to begin to think and act, even though they've begun some work. You know, in this part of the world, we realize that children at 18 are still at home and totally dependent. If they were living abroad, remember that they would have been working, doing some, side work, working in supermarket or fast food or something. And so they begin to plan with their own money, and it helps them to appreciate money better at this point. But parents also need to realize that they need to give active listening ear to their children, adult children. Let them speak their perspective. You can't keep shutting that person down. You train this person, give yourself some credit. That credit is that I must have trained this child well, so let me even listen. Let me listen to his own view. Let me listen attentively and respectfully to this child. If you don't model attentive listening and respect, why should he model it for you? Remember that you are a parent, not a lord and master. And, you won't always have that position. So it's better you start building it now and, start understanding the dynamics that are there. And then understand that you can't solve all his or her challenges for him or her. They will face complex challenges. Let them face it and ask them, so what do you want to do? How do you want to solve this challenge? Even if they say, Mom, I thought that you were going to solve it for me. Say, no, you have to face this by yourself so that they can deepen their ability to think and act and then have victories rather than always thinking mommy will be there or daddy will be there. One day you will not be there. Validate their emotions. Their emotions are real. So let them feel the way they feel. Then after they've experienced that emotion, then ask them, so how did you feel? Or what did you think? Don't say, no, how can you be feeling like that? How can you be crying because what's he supposed to do? What's she supposed to do? Allow them to feel. They may express their first loss of crush or first heartbreak. Says, is that why you are crying? What did the boy say that's making you cry? Or what did the girl say that's making you sob? Please, 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 go and wash that plate. You don't what you are doing is you are confusing the child on what adult emotion should be. So when I feel an emotion, I should discountenance it or I should break it. But you feel that you are allowed to feel that way as an adult, but that child is not allowed to feel the way. He says, no, I'm too busy. I don't have time for this kind of thing. You have time. You must validate and experience that child. Otherwise, the child will go somewhere else to go and experience the emotions. And it won't be you. And that's why you find some kids or some children at adulthood locked in some relationships or associations that are very dangerous and unprofitable because you didn't give them the time. You didn't show them that you cared. It's parenting is not all about feeding, money, and shelter. And it's not all about having somebody to call yours. No. There's a lot of guidance and a lot of emotional involvement inside all this. It requires a lot of effort. Your children are waiting to hear from you. They want to have a conversation. Don't allow the daily grind, the daily activities of the domestic life make you lose the ability to have excellent conversations. Take a walk together, only you and her, only you and him, and begin to ask questions. Sometimes, because it's so long ago you asked the question, the child might say, but that's random. Where's that coming from? Or did not even answer you. Say, so nothing. Don't force it. Leave it. Tomorrow again, let's take a walk. I want to buy something down the road from the corner shop. Say, okay, you would have sent her or him before, but now it says, let's go together. Because you just want that alone time. Says, so what do you think about mommy? Says, mom, are you okay? So yeah, okay, I just want to know. And like I said in one of the videos before, if you need to first apologize for your extensive absence, even though you are present but you are absent, and you are always taking out your frustrations from work on the child, it's first time to say, my child, I'm sorry. I've taken this out on you, but I want to have a better relationship, a better conversation with you. Some will say, that's so un-African. I don't know what you're talking about. That means so un-African. Okay, so it's a dynamic and a dance that we need to recognize and take active participation in. I listened to somebody who said, look, I wasn't parented, so I don't really understand what parenting is. That means we have to learn. We have to school ourselves. We have to engage and know exactly what parenting is about. And that's on you. It's something you have to really, really dig into and research. And the children at this age are already assessing you and scoring you to determine the kind of parent you are. When they discuss with their friends, says, my mom, I love her, but she's a 3 over 10. Or she's a 6 over 10, or she's a 7 over 10, whatever. But the kids can assess you now. Or my dad, don't even go there. So those are my thoughts.